Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Primetime. Yeah, I know it's been a little bit. I've been busy delaying with school and whatnot, but I'm back now, and I'm covering something I'm really excited about. The day I'm recording this, so when I say today, you don't get confused, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer has officially released. And oh my God, it's amazing. It's spectacular. It's sensational. It's
Spider-Man, a few other choice adjectives Jameson uses.
It's just great. It's amazing. In this video, I'm going to be going over my thoughts on the trailer and some Easter eggs that can be found within it. So let's get started. Starting off with my thoughts overall, I think it was a really great trailer. On the 17th beforehand, Tom Holland decided to do a little campaign with Sony where every hour throughout the day, certain Instagram accounts or just accounts on social media in general would release clips of the trailer, kind of like 2 or so seconds of the trailer, that would like kind of add up to the overall trailer. Though while the clips did not add up to the full trailer, they did give a sense of the movie. We saw looks like Spider-Man in his suit, Peter Parker and how depressed he is. Let's go, he's just like me for real. Broke, no girlfriend, terrible job. He's just like me for real. Oh my God. You know, along with that, we got a bunch of other clips like him receiving the key to the city, which I'll talk about later, and how that's kind of important to the more Daredevil side of the MCU. And we also got a first look of Punisher, as well as that, so much more. But going on to the actual trailer, I thought it looked spectacular. This trailer actually leaked back in December a little while ago. I want to say December 17th, 18th, it actually leaked online because sometimes movie companies release like early snippet trailers and whatnot for people to see, just to like, so they could survey and like talk about if it looks good, what all they should add in, kind of like an early preview. This kind of happened with the first FNAF movie and how we figured out Corey X. Kenshin was going to be in that movie. But yeah, it leaked in December, and ever since then, we fans have been waiting, and today has finally been the day. Yes, today's the day. Like I said, time and time again, this trailer was amazing. The trailer displays how much Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of the movie, really loves Spider-Man, and it just feels like Spider-Man, you know? It doesn't feel like, oh, it's Spider-Man alongside this world-ending event. No, it just feels like a street story Spider-Man movie that we've always been wanting. All right, but now let's just go into the trailer and talk about details that some people may have missed. Beginning of the trailer shows Peter watching a Instagram reel of Ned and MJ saying how excited they are that they got into MIT. According to a leak a little while back, it's been said that Peter has been kind of stalking Ned and MJ, not like a creepy kind of way, but in a way to just make sure they're safe and protected. This scene kind of shows that a little bit. Also, something I really love is the suit and how it looks super practical. I would have brought my Spider-Man mask along with this video, but I completely forgot it at home. So Spider-Man no more. Anyways, throughout the trailer, we see Peter talking like, hey, I'm Peter Parker. You may not remember me. That's because my other life is Spider-Man. And throughout the trailer, we see him in like a little diner, and then we see what everyone on the internet is claiming as Bully Ned, just like Bully Maguire, but Ned Leeds, walk in. And during this little like couple of seconds, we see him washing his Spider-Man suit, and he looks kind of beat up on the side. You could tell this man's been taking a beating for the past few years as his Spider-Man full time. And then we see a scene of him get the key to the city. And funnily enough, the character who he's getting the key from is Sheila Rivera, who is played by, I don't want to mispronounce the name, so here's the actress on screen now. She was actually in the Daredevil Born Again television series. And it's said that this movie will take place after the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which therefore means that Kingpin is no longer mayor at the end of Born Again. That's kind of how Brand New Day and Daredevil is apparently connected, aside from like a few other things that'll happen. I'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, unfortunately, we may not get Daredevil in this movie because due to rights issues, that's why we don't see Kingpin giving Spider-Man the key to the city. But it's still really cool that we get a scene connecting Daredevil, Born Again, and Spider-Man. So maybe one day we will get that cool team-up movie between the two. Also, in the trailer, we see Peter pull on his mask and jump off scaffolding and start swinging. Honestly, this scene was so cool. It felt so Insomniac Spider-Man. I honestly thought I thought it was going to be like, hey, press this button combination to do a finisher. It was super cool. The web swinging in this trailer, it gives off a real The Amazing Spider-Man kind of vibe. It has him too, in a sense. Like, it feels very practical. We did see some of this web swinging in being filmed in an actual location, so we all know it is practical swinging. It's super cool. I'm really glad that we're doing practical web swinging and not just CGI web swinging, because Holland's web swinging has always felt off in a Spider-Man franchise. Just seeing practical swinging looks amazing. While swinging in New York, he actually gets hit by the side by, guess who? Punisher! Frank Castle, played by the amazing Jon Bernthal, who played the character in the Daredevil Netflix series, his own spin-off series, Punisher, and appeared as Frank in the Daredevil Born Again television series. What's really funny is that he tells Spider-Man to quit whimpering, webhead.
What the hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself.
I find it very funny that after getting blasted into the tank, Spidey decides to just ninja kick Frank out of his truck. And he's like, go home, Frank.
Mother.
Go home!
That was funny. And I can't wait to see Jon Bernthal's role as Punisher in this movie. He's one of my favorite Marvel castings that they have ever done. So I really hope they use him to as much use as they can. Also, something to note is that there is going to be a Punisher special on Disney Plus that's set to take place after the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 1 and apparently take place before the movie. It's unknown if it will be taking place during the events of Born Again Season 2 or after. I suspect that it will take place before Season 2 of Born Again, but we do not know as of now. The special for Punisher is set to release before Brand New Day, so we'll figure it out closer towards then. And something really interesting we discover in this trailer is that Peter seems to be going through some form of mutation. Basically, his body is changing physically, possibly due to all the stress of being Spider-Man 24/7. And now, because of this mutation, he now has organic webbing. That's right, that thing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man invented on a whim is now coming back. Rejoice, people! And to help figure out what is going on with him, he goes to Bruce Banner, who is now apparently a college professor. And as of the events of No Way Home, Bruce does not remember who Peter is. Also seen in the trailer is Scorpion, who is a very well-known character in the Spider-Man games, comics, and other media. He is wearing a suit which looks very inspired by his Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man in Insomniac game look. And then we get a bunch of flashes of Peter saving people in New York, recreating the Amazing Fantasy number 15 comic cover, which was beautiful. We also get first looks at Tarantula and Boomerang. Yeah! My favorite C-list Spider-Man villains of all time. Honestly, they should be higher in people's ranks, but honestly, it was super cool. Also, we got our first look at the Hand in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Basically, the Hand are a group of ninjas who are mainly an antagonist against Daredevil, but they are now in this. We do not know their connection to the overall villain, who is rumored to be Tombstone. I don't know, maybe Tombstone just hired them. In the trailer, we also see this hooded figure who appears locked into a chair and in Peter's apartment. I am guessing that it is Sadie Sink's character, who is very heavily rumored to be Jean Grey, which I would not be surprised by, as in one scene when Peter rips off the hood of the tank, it seems like someone is mind controlling a bunch of people. in which, if you don't know, Jean Grey is a telepath who can like read people's minds and whatnot. So I would not be surprised if Sadie is playing Jean Grey. A friend of mine thinks she's playing Rachel Summers, Cyclops and Jean Grey's kid. I don't know anymore. For all I know, she could be playing Screwball, and that would be a mess. Anyways, we also see a first look at Tremel Tillman's character, though I unfortunately don't remember the character's name he's playing right now. He's playing the head of the Department of Damage Control, who we last saw in the television show Wonder Man, and they will be hunting down Sadie Sink and Spider-Man in this trailer. The final few things we saw in this trailer was actually Spider-Man using his Spidey sense against the hand, using his webs and just snapping a sword in half. Honestly, that was so cool. Super sick. One thing in regards to Peter's mutation that I do want to mention is that it seems to be leaning more towards his mutated persona, Man Spider, which is basically Peter becoming a giant mutated spider. I really hope that does not happen, because I don't hate Man Spider as a concept, but I just feel like that'd be weird to introduce in a Spider-Man 4 and then just have that be a thing for a couple minutes and then just get rid of it. Man Spider's a whole thing when it comes to like Morbius and such, so I really hope they're just taking aspects of Man Spider and applying it to Peter with this whole mutation that he's going through. Final thing in the trailer was that we see Peter talk to MJ and Ned, basically like handing MJ a bouquet of flowers. It's like, oh, hey, you're my new neighbor, so I got these flowers for you. And MJ responds, oh, friendly neighbor, which kind of like scares Peter a little.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Say that again?
This whole friendly neighbor thing is a reference to his persona as, you know, New York's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, in which I believe MJ called him at some point, you know, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man or whatever. But yeah, that is the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited. The movie is set to come out July 31st of this year. So biggest summer blockbuster movie you can watch before school starts again, when the school year ends. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my little discussion of the trailer. I'm going to try to be releasing more primetime soon before the school year ends. If you haven't already, subscribe to the River Bluff CMAD channel so you're able to stay up to date with Gator Gossip along with my other primetimes. And if you haven't already, check out my own personal channel where I have a big video coming out very soon. It's most likely up by the time you're watching this. If not, here's like the thumbnail of it. It's a really big video, so if you have the time, please go and watch it. It took months to create, and it's one of my favorite videos to date. But yeah, that's it. My name is Prime, and goodbye.